But most of all, it means using our military wisely. And the war in Iraq was unwise. That's why I opposed it in 2002. That's why I will bring the war to an end in 2009. And I don't want to just end the war, I want to end the mindset that got us in the war. You know, I want us to break the fever of fear that's gripped us. You know, I want to stop using 9/11 as a way to scare up votes and start using it as a way to bring the country together to meet our common challenges. I want to restore a sense of diplomacy around the world. Now, I said early in this campaign I would meet not just with our friends, but with our enemies. Not just with countries we like, but countries we don't. And some people criticize me for that, but I remember what John F. Kennedy said. He said, we can never negotiate out of fear, but we can never fear to negotiate. That's what strong countries and strong presidents do. They talk to their adversaries. They tell them where America stands. They try to resolve differences without resort to war. And when we do that, then we can take up once again the mantle of leadership. Leading against terrorism, but also leading in reducing nuclear stockpiles and locking down loose nuclear weapons that could fall into the wrong hands. Also leading on helping poor countries deal with HIV/AIDS. Also leading on stopping the genocide in Darfur. Also leading by having the highest standards for civil rights and civil liberties and due process and rule of law, which is why we have to close Guantanamo and restore habeas corpus, because you'll have a president who has taught the Constitution and believes in the Constitution and will obey the Constitution of the United States of America. That's the future. That's the future that we can make. But I can't do it by myself. I need you. And so I am reminded every day of my life, if not by events, then by my wife, that I'm not a perfect man. I won't be a perfect president, but I can promise you this, that I will always tell you what I think. I will always tell you where I stand. I'll be honest with you about the challenges that we face as a nation. I'll listen even when we disagree. And we're going to disagree sometime. There's a big, complicated country. And so we're going to have disagreements, but we can disagree without being disagreeable. And we can work on those things that we hold in common as Americans. And most importantly, I will wake up every day thinking about you, listening to your voices, listening to your concerns. I'll be thinking about that single mother who's struggling to raise a family and work at the same time. I'll be thinking about that worker who's been laid off and is trying to get back on his feet. I'll be thinking about that student who's trying to get enough money together to go to college. And if you give me that chance, if you will vote for me on April 22nd, then I promise you we won't just win Pennsylvania, we'll win this nomination, we'll win the general election. You and I together will change this country and we'll change the world. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right.